So first of all, you guys, I want you to raise your hands, and I want to know what your third grade expectations are. And I'm going to pull a stick from the cup, and I need for number 13 to tell me one third grade expectation.
Voice level 0.
Voice level at 0. So what is our second expectation, number 3? Sit up straight. Good job. All right, and our last third grade student expectation, number 15. What's the third one? What's the third expectation? It's okay. You want to phone a friend? Phone a friend. Which one are you going to phone? Who would you like to tell us our third grade expectation? The third one. Random. Nothing in your hands. Good job. All right, so today for science, guys, we're going to talk about habitats, okay? You're going to start learning a little bit about ecosystems and habitats, so today we're going to talk about habitats, okay? So what do you think a habitat is? Let's turn and talk with our partners real quick. Turn and talk at your table. What is a habitat? Talk about that. Ready, go. What's a habitat?
Somewhere where animals, like an amphibian, they're supposed to watch.
Okay.
A habitat is like, say there's food, there's animals, there's home, and that move around the whole circle what a habitat is.
All right. Okay. Sounds like we've got some really good conversations going on habitat. So, since you guys are talking about that, you guys over there, tell me what you think a habitat is. What do you think it is?
Well, a habitat is where animals live, and each
Okay.
habitat has special ecosystems, and if the
Good.
ecosystem doesn't flow correctly, then the habitat could be partially broken.
Yeah, it can really mess up. It could really mess up the habitat, right? If all the ecosystem between the ecosystem and the habitat, if it doesn't have everything it needs, it might not run correctly, right, Cole? Okay. So, what kind of animals might live in an ecosystem? What do you think? Or in a habitat? Frogs? Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? What do you think for habitats? What kind of animals, plants? What do you think could live in a habitat? What kind? Say it again. Okay. Today I'm actually going to be talking about the desert habitat. So, can you think of something specific for a desert habitat? What do you think, Jesus? What do you think?
It was a type of lizard.
Type of what?
It's a type of lizard.
Type of lizard? Okay, so like lizards, geckos, and stuff like that? Okay, good. What do you think? A camel? Yeah, camels live in, yeah, camels live in the desert. Okay, great, cool. Can you tell me something else?
Wild dingoes.
Okay,
Those are a type of bird.
okay, that's a really good example.
They look like bread.
Okay, so basically in our habitats, those are the places where the organisms live, and it supplies kind of what they need for the animals in that habitat, right? It gives them the right food, it gives them the right temperatures, it gives them what they need to live,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so let's talk about that. I want you guys to come back to your groups. I'm gonna draw I'm gonna draw a bubble map on the board, okay? I want you guys to talk about a few things. I want you to talk about maybe what kind of plants, what kind of animals, what, is it hot, is it cold, and we're talking about the desert. So those are the kinds of things that I want you to talk about within your groups real quick while I draw the bubble map on the board, okay? Go ahead and talk.
One of the kinds of plants is what's like the whole like the house
All right.
camels,
Ready?
geckos.
All right, so our sea you're wearing moo cow, right? All right. So I'm glad you guys are paying attention and being prompt. So I drew us a little bubble map on here. Let's write down a few things that you think, and then I have a slideshow, PowerPoint, that we'll look at to give us some of the stuff that we've been talking about. Okay, so in a desert, what are some of the things that we can put in our bubble maps? What do you think? What's the thing I can put in my bubble map?
A cactus.
The cactus. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a plant, right? Okay, what other things? Maybe plant, animal, hot, cold. What do you think? Okay, lizards. Yeah. Those are in a desert habitat. Okay, good. Go ahead, what do you think? Camels. Okay. Okay, cool. What else do you think?
Earlier, wild dingo.
Okay, so maybe wild, you said you think dingoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say those were a type of wolf or coyote or?
Yeah, there's some kind of wolf.
Okay.
It's just a different color.
Okay, and what else did you think? What do you think?
Snake.
Snakes, definitely snakes. Good. You guys came up with some really good examples of different kinds of plants, animals. Okay. What do you think? Is the desert hot or cold?
Hot.
Hot. Okay. It could be hot or cold, right? What else? Let me think of one more thing. What's one more thing we could use? Yeah. Lots of sand. Good. Awesome. Okay, so we have some really good examples. Let me go back over here, okay? So I have a PowerPoint right here for us to look at. And in this picture of our desert, it obviously has camels, right? We did talk about camels being in a desert. So for the desert environment, it says that they are the driest habitat. They get very little rain throughout the year. And most of the deserts, yes, you're right, they're very hot. But some are actually cold, okay? I know, it's crazy. Deserts are usually very windy. Some of the deserts have large sand dunes and there are large mounds of sand built up by the wind. At night it can get very cold because there's no clouds that hold in that heat, okay? So where are the world's deserts? Can you believe it that all of these places listed there's deserts? So in the map where it's highlighted in brown, that's where most of the deserts are. Did you guys know that the deserts make up 1/5 of our planet? It's a very good fact, right? It's kind of crazy to think about it that way. So in the desert, in their habitat, the plants have learned to adapt with very little rainfall. So most of the plants that you see in the desert, they can live in there because they've adapted to it. Okay, like a cactus, right? It can live in a desert for a really long time because it doesn't have to have a lot of rain, okay? So the cactus is actually the most famous desert plant. It has really thick stems and they can store a whole lot of water in them, okay? Some have strong, sharp spikes and to prevent the animals from eating them. So this talks about a specific plant that has leaves that absorb tiny droplets of water from fog and that drifts across the desert, okay? This is a very long word. I think it's Welwitschia. Okay? Some of the desert animals, they have to survive those hot days and those really cold nights. So see, we were talking about like coyotes cold. So like a fennec fox, they have a coat of the fur that keeps them really warm at night and cool during the day because their fur is reflective. Okay? So it reflects and the light bounces off, so they keep cool that way. And then jackrabbits lose heat through their large ears. Did y'all know you lose heat through your ears too? Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Okay, desert squirrels. They flip their bushy tails over the backs during the day. It gives them shade from the sun. So that's how they protect themselves. And a lot of animals will cool down by like panting or sweating. Okay, kind of like our dogs, they pant when they're really, really hot. Some of the desert animals do that as well. So a few interesting facts is that the plants are able to grow in the desert biome, store water in their stems. So that's where all the water goes and how they kind of survive the plants. The water gets stored in their roots, kind of like we talked about the cactus. Yeah? Okay? So some deserts are so hot that when it rains, the water evaporates in the air before it even hits the ground. So it's like it never even rained. Okay? The driest desert on the earth receives an average of a centimeter of rainfall every 5 to 20 years. Okay? the desert habitat can be found on every continent except Europe. Did you guys know that? It's pretty interesting. Yeah, okay. So those are some really interesting facts about the desert part of the habitat, okay? So a lot of the guesses that you guys had on your plants and your animals, that's right, okay? Does everybody kind of understand what we're talking about and comprehend kind of what the habitat is? Like it's everything that the animal needs to live, right? It adapts to them. So what I'm gonna have you do is go ahead and open your Chromebooks for me, okay? You guys have Pebble Go, so you're gonna get on Pebble Go because I know that's what you use for a lot of your research, okay? Your Pebble Go website, and pull that up because you guys are going to be researching a habitat. You're gonna research the rainforest, okay? So, within your groups and your partners, okay, I have this worksheet for you guys for the rainforest. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna search Pebble Go, okay? All the things that should be on there, okay? It should have your animal life, your plant life, your location, climate and weather, and some interesting facts, okay? So just give me a few interesting facts that you found on your website there, okay? So, you're gonna use Pebble Go. You can do group discussions at a level 1. Once you get done with this, you'll turn it in your science tree, and then you may visit your rainforest virtual field trip or your YouTube video of rainforest animals. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and put your name and day at the top. It shouldn't take you too long, especially if you're just discussing it as a group. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, you already have it. There you go, you're gonna need a pencil. Alright, and then if you have any questions, you guys can work together on this if you'd like. Addie, you can turn and work with her if you'd like. If you have any questions, just let me know. Actually, you are going to be doing the rainforest goal. So you have rainforest right here, and it tells you everything that you need to know about the rainforest. Okay? You can probably see it says their tropical areas, the hottest city. So see that kind of goes within your climate and weather. Yeah, the animal life, so you can write what animals are in there. Okay, does it say that on there? It's already talking about how it's a tropical area, it's hot and steamy. There's more kinds of trees and other plants that grow in the rainforest than any other place. Okay?
Of kinds of animals.
You guys can discuss. You can discuss. Are you good there?
What animal life? You're just copying. So one second.
Okay, and you can also write,
It's a bird. We have birds. Yeah, and one. Does it show you? I said snakes first too. I think that's how it's saying
it does. So that would go under weather. You could put that in. You can put what you found on there for the weather. Okay. It also mentions the climate. I believe it says it's hot and steamy. That could be something that goes under climate and weather. Okay. Did you find an interesting fact? Okay, good job. All right, girls. What kind of questions do you have? Say that again. Okay. So,
It's called Lily.
okay, so here's some interesting
Liliums? What do you think of Liliums grow on the forest floor and they climb up the tree trunk to reach sunlight. Lions hang like ropes from tall trees. So what I would put is I would write the birds and write.
Oh, and they also have katydids.
What else? It grows on the forest floor and they climb up the tree trunk. I forgot.
Okay, so you can go ahead and write this in there if you want to.
Spell it.
And then I believe over here, it also mentions a little bit about spider monkeys.
N-K.
Oh, yep, and tree frogs. So see, there's 3 right there that you could write down.
Yeah,
Okay.
monkeys.
Go for it.
It's not I-E-S, because Miss doesn't talk. Okay, so what is another animal that can go?
Okay.
Lizard. Wait. No. Yeah. Sometimes lizard. Yeah.
Yeah, you could write that and also,
And
you could write
I know this name. I know this.
So if you guys click on each tab at the top for your Pebble Go, for your rainforest habitat, each tab kind of mentions an animal that's in there,
I think that says lions.
okay?
What does it say?
It also mentions that it's warm, has wet places, it's hot and steamy, that could be your climate and weather. Okay, so each little tab will have a little bit of something about, it even has loose cutter ants. Okay, so that's an animal that you can include. Okay, and then you can also go to read more.
It's right here. It came in this. No.
Okay,
Trees. T-R-E-E.
hey guys, what I was mentioning before, so each tab at the top, okay, all these tabs up here, so like canopy, it says, it talks about the trees. That could be a really good fact at the bottom. Your guys' worksheet has interesting facts at the bottom. This would be a really interesting fact that the rainforest trees grow tall to reach the sunlight, so they go towards the sunlight, okay? And most of the tabs, okay, talks about plants, talks about the leaves, okay?
Location.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know.
It should say location.
I think yours is animals, mine's is plants. Oh, no, yours is plants too.
We have one location. Can you say like
Okay.
rainforest?
Yeah, you can do that.
I was just
Okay, so yours is plants. Was yours animals? So yours is rainforest animals, okay? Well, guys,
I figured it out. I had to go back to here and I had to click on this one.
alright, so, alright, move now. Guys, go ahead and look right here. at the top, you guys have one on rainforest animals. But remember, you can also go in and search in your PebbleGo search bar. You can type rain and it'll bring up rainforest animals. So it'll talk about some of the animals and the plants, okay? So there's two. You can pull up your plants, okay? And you're also able to pull up the animals. So some of you are on animals, some of you are on plants, and that's okay. You can switch both. So it should each, here Cole, let me help you out.